Let's continue with this tutorial. In this lesson, we will model the screw base for the LED light bulb. This is the screw base portion right here. If you didn't know, let's first hide this box because we will no longer need it and it'll just be in our way. You can toggle the visibility on and off on this layer here. Alright, let's move to the side panel and import our image plane. And in the source images folder, I have a file created, the classic a60.png with a transparent background. Let's open that. Alright. Let's move to the front of the perspective. Let's make a few slight adjustments to the on the y-axis. Let's move this up to place it on top of the grid. Alright, that looks fine. And for this, we will create a polygon primitive helix. Let's drop that in the middle, like so. And make a few adjustments. We'll start from a low polygon model. We will start with a low polygon model and work our way up. So we don't need a lot of subdivisions to start. Let's bring this to 4 and this to 10. And we will need about 4 coils just by looking at this. I'm counting 3, but it's half of here and half on the that wraps around. So that looks pretty good. Let's increase the... We're gonna have to make some adjustments along the way, but get a rough idea of what we need. I know that the radius is 0.369. Let's bring this to 4.289 and the height to 2.953. Alright, let's see how this... Let's turn off the grid. Let's move this up. Alright, we're obviously going to have to make this larger, so I'm liking the radius of the coil here. I don't want to go too much fatter than that, but we will need to adjust the width to bring it out, something like that. And let's also move this up. Something like that. Maybe just a little larger. Alright, let's stick with something like that for now, and we'll make more adjustments along the way. For now, we just want to get the basic geometry going. Alright. Now we're going to need to remove some faces here by looking at the way that the screw base is. It's sort of, the coil is it's consistent along this edge here, And well, a straight. If you drew a straight line right here, it could touch all of those sides right there. So it's basically the screw base is dented in to this cap and then beveled down and then slightly beveled out and then tacked in here with some sort of not rivets but just indentations to hold it on to this center base here. I mean the body. So we will not need some of these polygons on the outside. Let's move to the top view and remove a few faces. All right. Now this is not connected yet. In certain areas, if you go to the vertex, if you select the vertex and then the move tool, we won't be connected quite yet along that. So that needs to be merged. Let's select all of these and merge those. All right. Pressing 3 to toggle between the smooth surface and the basic polygon surface, a level 1. Alright, let's make some more adjustments here. I think we need to rotate this something like that. You can see where the screw indentation wraps around right there. It's just giving us a better idea of approximation of all of these coils that we've created. Alright, let's do some more modeling right now to complete this. Let's turn off, or we don't need to turn that the image plane off. Let's select all of these edges minus these here, and let's extrude those up, and let's make the top flat. You can go to the side view. That would be a lot more helpful to see exactly what is going on here. Alright, that looks like a straight line to me. Let's also move this down something like that. Alright, that looks good. Now we're going to need to make some adjustments here to make this work. First, let's select these verts here. We can see that we have two We need to merge those. And now we have one. Let's select these edges here. And you can hold shift and right click and delete edges. Alright, we cleaned that up. Let's just ensure that, alright, we have we have two edges here, so we need to merge those. Alright, we're not getting a merge from those. Let's go back a few steps and let's not delete this edge first. Let's delete those. And then let's move to the verts and let's combine these. Alright. Now let's check the edges here. Alright, now I only have one edge. You have to be careful with some of the processes that you take to get to your final outcome because they may not work. And we don't need that edge. Let's move back to the object mode and smooth select. Alright, our geometry looks good, but we will have to add some edges with the split tool to clean up this these polygons here. We don't want, I believe this is 6 sides. The goal is to have 4 like this, and in some cases 3 depending on your geometry. So let's add some splits. Starting with this point here, we're going to clean up and go over to here, and then this one to there, like that. Alright, so you can hold down shift and right click. Hold down, shift, then right click and split polygon tool. Let's add one here, hitting G to reinvoke the command, and let's add another one here like that. Alright, that cleans up the edge flow. You can see here we have a triangle here and a quad here. That should be okay for this. Let's move this vert in to be consistent with this one and slowly come out to the bottom, or come out to the very edge here, because as you can see these line up, but this one doesn't. So let's move this in slightly. Go to the top view to make an exact, you can move it right to the middle because that would be half of that, and then to the bottom there. So something like that will work fine. Alright. Let's check the smooth. Alright, it's looking good. Let's slightly make this larger. I don't want to go too big. Alright, let's select all of these and scale them out slightly. No. Let's make this larger. Shrink this down. Alright, now let's select these edges and grow them out like that. Alright. Getting closer. Oh. Alright, I'm going to pause the video now because I'm running out of time, and we will continue with this modeling process. Thank you. Stay tuned.